In a quiet village, long ago, there lived a priest. But he was not the kind of priest people admired. He was known not for wisdom, not for discipline, but for laziness. He avoided work at all costs. Instead of effort, he chose imagination. Instead of action, he chose dreams. Every day, he would go around the village begging for food. And while others worked hard under the sun, building their lives step by step, the priest would sit in the shade, dreaming of a future where he was rich, powerful, and respected. But there was one problem. He never did anything to make those dreams real. One morning, something different happened. As he went begging, someone gave him a pot filled with fresh milk. The priest's eyes lit up with excitement. This was not just food, this was opportunity. He hurried back home, carefully holding the pot as if it were treasure. For the first time in a long while, he felt hopeful. Maybe today, he thought, my life will begin to change. He boiled the milk, drank a portion, and placed the rest into a pot. Then, he added a little curd to turn the milk into yogurt. This was, perhaps, the first productive thing he had done in a long time. But instead of continuing to build on this action, he lay down. And that's where everything changed. As he lay resting, his mind started to wander. By tomorrow morning, he thought, this milk will turn into curd. His imagination began to expand. I will churn the curd into butter, and then heat the butter to make ghee. I can sell that ghee in the market and earn money. For the first time, his dream had steps. A process. A vision. But still, no action. His thoughts grew bigger and bigger. With the money I earn, I will buy a hen. That hen will lay eggs. Those eggs will hatch into chickens. Soon, I will have dozens of chickens. The priest smiled in his sleep. And those chickens will multiply, and I will own a huge poultry farm. The dream was no longer small. It was growing, fast. He continued dreaming. I will sell all my chickens and buy cows. I will open a dairy business. People from all over the town will come to buy milk from me. Now, he wasn't just imagining survival. He was imagining success. I will become rich, he whispered. Very rich. His imagination reached even higher. I will buy jewels. Precious, shining jewels. Even the king will come to me to buy them. He saw himself wearing fine clothes, admired by everyone. I will marry a beautiful woman from a rich family. His life, in his mind, was perfect. The dream continued. I will have a strong, handsome son, he thought proudly. But then his expression changed. And if he misbehaves, I will teach him a lesson. Even in his fantasy, he wanted control. Authority. Power. As the dream intensified, something dangerous happened. The priest, still asleep, reached for a stick lying beside him. In his imagination, he was disciplining his son. He raised the stick, and swung it. But this was not a dream. The stick came crashing down, not on a child, but on the pot of milk. The pot shattered instantly. Milk spilled everywhere. The priest woke up in shock. His dream was gone. And so was his only real opportunity. He stared at the broken pot. Everything he imagined, the farm, the wealth, the family, vanished in a second. Not because it was impossible, but because he never truly started. He had built castles in the air, but ignored the ground beneath his feet. This story is not just about a priest. It's about anyone who dreams, but doesn't act. Dreams are powerful. They inspire us. They give us direction. But dreams alone are not enough. Without action, they become illusions. Without effort, they become regrets. Success does not come from imagination alone. It comes from discipline. From consistency. From doing the small, boring, difficult tasks every single day. The priest had the first step in his hands, a pot of milk. But instead of building on it, he escaped into fantasy. And in doing so, he lost everything. Think about your own life. How many dreams have you imagined? How many plans have you created in your mind? And how many of them have you actually started? It's easy to dream. But it's hard to work. And that is exactly why success belongs to those who choose action over comfort. Imagine if the priest had stayed awake. If he had actually made the curd, churned the butter, and sold the ghee. Even if he earned a small amount, it would have been real. From that small step, he could have grown. Slowly. Steadily. Surely. You don't need a perfect plan. You don't need a big opportunity. You just need to start. One step. One action. One effort at a time. Because real success is built, not imagined. Daydreaming feels good. It gives instant satisfaction without effort. But discipline is what changes your life. It's waking up when you don't feel like it. It's working when you'd rather rest. It's choosing progress over comfort. The lesson is simple, but powerful. There is no substitute for hard work. Dreams cannot be fulfilled without action. And opportunities, once lost, may not return. Unlike the priest, your story is not over. You still have your pot of milk. It may be a skill. An idea. A chance. A goal. Don't waste it in imagination. Build it with effort. So today, make a decision. Stop waiting. Stop dreaming without doing. Start taking action, no matter how small. Because one day, your reality can become greater than your dreams. But only if you work for it.